Now either we grouped the test cases with complete package with this packages option. Another one is individual class files, and we are just filtering the tests methods inside them. But let's say we have some set of test methods, some 5 to 6, which actually spanned across multiple Java files. So instead of creating individual class names like this and creating an include statements like this, there is one more option called as bookmarking them using groups. So let me create one more test file. Let me just copy paste this. Let me just copy this and paste here. Testing 3, yeah, that's fine. This time instead of packages, let me keep application 2 or application 1, select 2 application 1 testing. So instead of complete package, what I will do is I will create let me include this complete test, this package, but inside this package let me create groups part. So inside that I can keep run tags. So in this run I will keep the include tag here. So whatever mentioned in this include, that particular group, only those will get executed, all are will be skipped in this package. So let me keep group 1. So this complete package is included in this one. So let me go to individual tests, and you can change it instead of packages, you can change to classes also, that's your description. But inside these groups, let me go to test case 1. So for each and every method which I want to add into this particular group, what I can do is so let's say this test case, not this attributes, the test methods, mtest1, I will keep I can add multiple groups equal to in the braces. Let me keep name as group 1. Sorry, not here, after this attribute. So this particular test method is coming to group 1. So let me just copy this and keep it after mtest2 and come to test case 2, test case 3. Here also I will keep this test case 4, test case 4 method, report test case. So 1 2 3 4 5 test cases under group 1. So when I run test case 3, run as testing issued, you see what are all included: mtest case 1, mtest case 2, then test case 3.3, test case 3.4, and then test case 4. Only these 5 test cases got included. Like that you can selectively pick the test cases and run those. I have explained this groups annotation for attribute to this particular test annotation, the groups argument. This is to group multiple test cases to a single so that I can execute all of them in this test case. So like that we have some other annotations. Let's say whenever you define any test cases here, you see so when I run this before test case 3.3, test case 3.4, how is it picking this order? This is picking this order because it is whatever the test case method names you mentioned based on the alphabetical order of them. Once you group all the classes, so in that way it is grouping that one. Let's say a test case 3.3, test case 3.4 is there. So if I want to run this report test case 2, it cannot execute. It will execute only after test case 1 because alphabetically this comes first. If I want to change this order, I can change the name of it, or I can set the annotation. Let's say comma depends on methods, and I can explicitly tell that this particular irrelevant. If you don't want to group it, you can remove it, but this attribute will be there so that this test case 2, let me change here, I'll keep here test case 1 is dependent on this test case 2 so that this test case 1 won't get executed before running this one. So test case 2 will be executed first, and then this test case 2 1 will be executed. So now let me try this. You see, now 3.4 is printed first. Similarly, you can keep multiple dependencies, not only this. Okay, so this should be included in test case 3 dot the class name, because the class name is not defined here. So just try to fix that one, but we can create multiple test cases also. That is the example I want to tell, because now if I want to fix that, it involves including this one and cross verifying that one, and also that I'm just skipping this from other class methods so that I don't need to make it complex now, including and all, just for the example of this attribute. So now, so one attribute I discussed is groups, another one is depends on methods. Similarly, there is one more attribute called enabled. Let's say I am executing a test case, set of test cases. In that one functionality is not working, in development team is working on that one. As it is not priority basis, I just want to disable that one. One option is to just remove that from test case, but later when we want to use, again we need to rewrite that one, either for commenting or not. So instead of that one, what I can do is I can keep the code and I can simply keep enabled. So simply I will show you that in more sophisticated way. Copy, and the test case 2. In this test case 2 complete package is included, right? Now let's say uh, here run as, so it will run all the test cases, not just this group, because this XML is for grouping and this XML contains all the test cases. Now let's say if I want to disable 3.123 3.1 3.2 3.3 println statements. So come to test case 2 3.1. so enabled equal to false. So 3.1, now that 3.1 is skipped, you see, because I have disabled that one by keeping enabled equal to false. If you keep enabled equal to 2, that is the default value, we don't need to pass that again. So similarly, let's say to some test case it's taking bit more time than expected. Let's say for implicit wait, let's say I kept some 30 seconds, but this one is taking some 1 minute time. So my test case will fail because with implicit wait 30 seconds, it will fail that one. So if I change that to 1 minute, again it will change that implicit wait for all the test cases. I don't want to do that one. If I want to fix timeout for that particular test, what I can do is I can keep timeout equal to camel case. It is if further words are coming, I need to use out equal to, let's say some 4000 means 4 seconds. It calculates as milliseconds. So if it takes more than that, it will fail.